In this video lesson, let us try to understand the second method of obtaining carboxylic acid from esters. That is by the process of alkali hydrolysis. In the previous video lesson, we learnt about acid hydrolysis of esters to obtain the corresponding carboxylic acids. In this video lesson, let us understand regarding the process of alkali hydrolysis of obtaining carboxylic acid from esters. So now, let me write the general formula. Dear students, if you practice to write the general formula perfectly, you can write on the same basis n number of equations just by changing the constituents of R. Try practicing this, definitely you will be in a position to do it in a better way. Then onwards, organic chemistry equations will not be a nightmare to you. Okay, so now this is an example of an unsymmetrical ester I have considered. This is subjected to alkali hydrolysis. We are treating it with a strong base like sodium hydroxide, or we can also take instead of sodium hydroxide even potassium hydroxide, and we will get the same kind of a result. And they are aqueous condition. Now what happens? R will combine with this OH, this R dash will combine with OH, goes out as ROH, and in the place of R dash, Na will take up an attachment. So what's that? We are going to get RCOO. This much remains intact, and instead of this, Na will be there. So Na, and what else? R dash combining with OH. So R dash OH. So what do we get first? We will end up in the formation of sodium salt of carboxylic acid. This will be the first product that we will be getting. Sodium salt of the corresponding carboxylic acid. In addition to this, we will also be obtaining the alcohols. ROH or R-OH is a general formula of alcohols. So what are the two different products we are going to get? We are going to get the sodium salt of the carboxylic acid and alcohols. Instead of writing such a big name, sodium salt of carboxylic acid, you can also call it as sodium alkanoate. This can also be named as sodium alkanoate, provided if this R is a member of alkyl group. You can call this as sodium alkanoate, provided if this R is an alkyl group. Now let me write an example case so that this concept is understood better. Now let me replace this R with CH3 CH2, that is ethyl group. Then the ester constituent, this R dash, let me write it or replace it with a methyl group. You can try writing this R, instead of ethyl you can put a propyl, and instead of methyl you can put an ethyl, that means a higher member, and then practice the equations. You will be able to do it without doing any mistake. It's my assurance to you. Well, when treated with aqueous sodium hydroxide, that means we are subjecting it to the process of alkali hydrolysis. So now what's the product we are going to get? CH3 will combine with OH, goes out as CH3OH, and in the place of CH3, Na will take the attachment. So let me write the equation. Just rub this name. Now this entire constituents of ethyl CH3, CH2. Either you can write like this or directly as C2H5. Then C linked with double bond O and single bond O, and instead of CH3 it is going to be Na plus what else? CH3OH. Now let us name this compounds. This will be sodium, and what is the alkyl group that we have now? This is ethyl group. So sodium alkanoate, like that we should match a name. So it's going to be sodium. This carbon atom also has to be accounted. So sodium propanoate. Sodium propanoate. Then we obtain alcohol. So in the first step, what do we get is the sodium salt of carboxylic acid. Now how to obtain carboxylic acid from this? From here it is simple. It has to be now subjected to the process of acidification. That means treat it with an acid. Now I am treating the sodium salt of carboxylic acid with an acid like HCl. This Na will combine with Cl, comes out as NaCl, and in the place of Na, H will take up the attachment. So we get RCOOH along with NaCl. This is the second step. So we obtain the corresponding carboxylic acid. So now let's do the same process here also. Let us subject it to the process of acidification with HCl. So what's that going to yield us? This Cl will combine with this Na, goes out as NaCl, and the place of Na will be occupied by H. Let me write that compound completely. CH3, then CH2 retain as it is, then COO, then in the place of Na it is going to be H. Along with this, what is that we are going to get? NaCl. So what's the compound that we have got finally? 3 carbon atom, and it's a carboxylic acid in the linear chain itself, parent chain itself. So therefore the root word to be fixed is pro, and it is saturated. So propane, E of the propane to be replaced by OIC acid. So propanoic acid. We obtain propanoic acid along with formation of NaCl. Now instead of this ethyl group, let me say I am using an aromatic compound. This is the benzene ring, and to this it is linked with COOC2H5. Now what's the product going to be after alkali hydrolysis? This will go away. In the place of this, Na will take up the attachment. So let us subject it to the process of alkali hydrolysis. So what's that we are going to get? In order to complete the equation, I have to write. So now benzene ring, there is no change, it's going to remain intact. So let us retain it. There is no change with respect to C double bond O and single bond O. Instead of C2H5, it's going to be Na, and this C2H5 will combine with OH. So let me just write it as minus C2H5OH. Then what is the name of this compound? Sodium benzoate. This is sodium benzoate. This has to be subjected to the process of acidification with an acid. Na combines with Cl, comes out as NaCl, and H will take the place of Na. So let me just complete the equation. It's a two-step reaction, and completing it in a single step. plus what is that we are going to get? NaCl. So we obtain benzoic acid. We obtain benzoic acid. Now like this, two-step reaction can be represented in a single step, but you should take care to write the byproduct and the condition on above and below the arrow. And this minus indicates, along with this is a product that is being obtained, so it is going out, which is why we are writing it with a minus sign. And this means we are further subjecting it to the treatment with this particular compound to get those two as our products. So, starting from esters, we will be able to obtain carboxylic acid in two different ways. One is by alkali hydrolysis, one more method is by acid hydrolysis. In both these videos I have covered in detail about the alkali as well as the acid hydrolysis, which will help you to understand better regarding the formation of the carboxylic acid starting from esters. In the next videos of carboxylic acid, we will learn in detail about few important chemical properties of carboxylic acid and then few important conversions which will help you to understand the topic of carboxylic acid in a better manner.